Hey, it's Andre, and I've calmed down from that Super Mario Brothers movie announcement. I made a video reacting to that, so if you haven't seen that, I'll link it to you. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers movie coming out in holiday of 2022 announced their voice cast. A lot of people were very surprised. This is kind of the usual thing that we've seen with a lot of these animated movies. They get a huge all-star celebrity voice cast. I just think we were surprised to be watching a Nintendo Direct and then boom, here's an entire voice cast. Like, that was completely unexpected. Kind of nice though that happened unexpectedly. We get so many announcements that get leaked or talked about days prior to the actual announcement. It was nice to have a surprise for the change. Didn't that feel good? Even if you were surprised that Star-Lord was voicing Mario, because it is kind of a wild cast. I mean, Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, y'all. Jack Black is Bowser. The more I think about that, the more I'm excited about that. And Bowser has to have a musical number in this movie. That just has to happen. Now that they've announced this voice cast, I've actually been thinking a lot more about this movie, and I have some theories. I have some thoughts or some predictions. Now, these may not happen. I'm making these all up. If they do not happen, it is okay. It's just thoughts that I had in my brain after seeing this cast. Have no idea what's going to happen with this movie. Just throwing it out there to see what happens. Charles Martinet is supposed to be in this movie. Charles Martinet, of course, is the voice of Mario in the video games. And they said in the presentation that he will be doing surprise cameos in this movie. Here is my prediction. What if both Chris Pratt and Charles Martinet voice Mario in this movie? Let me explain. So it's clear in this movie that they're not just going to be referencing Super Mario Brothers, but other parts of Mario's career in his video game world. The character of Spike from Wrecking Crew is going to be in this movie, as well as Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong. They're supposed to be making cameos as well. Fran Armisen is voicing Cranky Kong, and Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. So these are obviously referencing other Mario games, Wrecking Crew and Donkey Kong. And so here's a thought that I had. What if the Mario that we are following in this story is going on his first adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom, but there maybe is a father or grandfather, an elder figure, an elder Mario who had his adventures, like say with Donkey Kong. And the reason why I thought that is because of Cranky Kong. If you remember from the Donkey Kong Country games, Cranky Kong is supposed to be the original Donkey Kong from the original arcade game. So the fact that they have Cranky Kong in this movie makes me go, what if Cranky Kong is the older Donkey Kong in this movie as well, who went up against an older Mario, and that older Mario that Cranky Kong went up against might happen to be voiced by Charles Martinet. And now the new Mario, or his son Mario, however they want to do it in the movie, is like trying to find his passion. You know, maybe he's trying to follow in his father's footsteps that then somehow leads him to go on this adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom to become the Super Mario that we know today. It's just a theory, but I think there has to be some reason that Cranky Kong is in this movie since he's not in the Super Mario Brothers games. Why would you have that as a cameo? Having Cranky Kong specifically means there has to be some kind of flashback or some kind of older generation of Donkey Kong characters, which means we could have an older generation of Mario characters, which seems like the perfect place to have Charles Martinet technically voice a Mario in this. I really think it'd be really neat to have Mario have a dad and Charles Martinet be the dad or something like that. Just something to pay respects to the Marios that we have seen before. Is all of this going to take place in the Mario universe, or is there going to be some kind of crazy meta thing that happens with this? Chris Pratt and Charlie Day were both voices in the Lego movie. The Lego movie, of course, starting out as a movie filling the world of Lego until we found out that it was all like the imagination of a kid in the real world. And Will Ferrell was a dad who wanted to keep his Lego sets the way that he wanted them. And that was the whole story behind the story. Is there gonna be some weird like meta thing that happens where it's like a story within a video game or the story becomes a video game? That might be thinking too much about it. There's also been a rumor that the creators of Teen Titans Go, the directors of Teen Titans Go to the movies, might be the directors on this movie. I couldn't find anything to confirm that, but if that ends up being the case, obviously Teen Titans Go has done a lot of meta humor, and Teen Titans Go to the movies was all about having some satire fun with the DC universe. Could there be some meta Mario humor in this movie? Obviously, I wouldn't mind some meta humor in this, some referential humor to the Mario franchise, but I hope that we do still get a standard fun action comedy movie. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of comedy in this movie because of the voice cast that we see, but I definitely want to see some action. I definitely want to see the Mario power-ups, and also it'd be cool to see the various worlds in the Mushroom Kingdom, just like in the video games, a desert world, an ice world, a water world. Super Mario Brothers obviously lends itself to what could be an epic adventure, an epic, colorful adventure on screen. I don't want that lost for the sake of a joke, a joke, a joke, a joke, a joke. Have some fun with the humor, but also have some fun in the adventure as well. As long as we just don't have the Marios jump out of a video game into like New York or something, Smurf style. As long as we don't have that, we're good. I have a feeling that Mario is going to be going to the Mushroom Kingdom for the first time in this movie. And my theory is that Kamek might be the catalyst to that. They made it important to note in this presentation that Kamek was going to be one of the characters in this movie. I feel like that there's got to be a reason for that. Maybe it's Kamek that opens a portal or does something with his magic that leads Mario and Luigi to show up in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or Kamek's appearance in this movie could be inspiration or a reference to Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. That's where Kamek tried to steal Baby Mario and Baby Luigi because he knew the prophecy that the Mario brothers were going to be a problem for Bowser in the future. So maybe his involvement in this story is kind of related to that. Or maybe he even tries to kidnap the babies in this one. Who knows? But that's probably the reason why Kamek is referenced and a part of this movie. And I also think it's super awesome that Keegan-Michael Richardson is doing his voice. Peach is probably gonna get a little bit of an update in this movie. Peach has been a playable character in Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario 3D World. She's had some deeper storylines in games like Paper Mario, and she was part of Super Mario RPG. Like, she has been a playable character. She has been a strong character. Even in the cartoons, as Princess Toadstool, as I remember her. Princess Toadstool was a part of the action as well. She was right beside Mario and Luigi and Toad in Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoons, and also in Super Mario World, but without Toad, instead Yoshi and Uktar. But there are probably still some people who think of the nostalgia of Super Mario Brothers and just go, that's the princess that you gotta save at the end of the game. And so I have a feeling that they're probably gonna make some kind of joke slash poignant moment to go, Peach is not just a damsel in distress. Peach is not just a princess. And to add to that, casting Anya Taylor-Joy in that, fresh off the Queen's Gambit, she's going to be the next Furiosa. So she already plays very strong characters. It seems like you're going to get somebody like that to have Peach be a strong character as well. So Peach being a badass would not be a new thing, but I feel like the movie is going to emphasize that thing at some point. And I'm sure the internet is going to be super supportive and not have any complaints about it whatsoever. Okay, this is probably not going to happen, but I want it to happen. Can we just get some references or in-jokes to the cartoon or the movie in this movie, like the 93 movie or the old Nintendo cartoons? Can that happen, please? Because I know that they're working directly with Nintendo on this one. And Nintendo has kind of said, not said publicly about how they feel about those old versions of Mario cartoons and movies in the past. So I don't know if they're going to want to reference anything from the past in this movie, but I just think it'd be kind of neat for a nostalgia throwback reference, you know, for the older audience to be like, hey, remember those old Mario stuffs? Like, for example, let's say Mario and Luigi are plumbers in this movie. Wouldn't it be awesome if they made like a really bad commercial and the commercial was the first part of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show rap? Like, you could literally have Mario and Luigi animated walking around with the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game, but not like the others who get all the fame. If your sick is in trouble, you can call us on the double. Or faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. And everyone's like, this is a terrible commercial. Like, that would be a great reference. Or maybe Mario is a bad dancer, so he makes up his own dance, the Mario, and he's all the time just like, do the Mario. It's like a victory thing, and everyone's like, we're not doing the Mario. He's like, come on, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go, do the Mario. And everyone's like, no, man, we're not doing the Mario. Come on, man, that's my thing. And Chris Pratt, that is one thing I think Chris Pratt could play off really well, is this character that wants to constantly do his own dance, the Mario, and no one else wants to do it. Dance off, bro. Do the Mario. And Luigi with that Charlie Day voice. I'm not doing the Mario. We don't want to do the Mario. He keeps trying to make the Mario happen. We do not want to do Mario. And if there's any way you can reference Captain Lou Albano in this, maybe that's like Mario's favorite wrestler or something. Like, even just something like that would be cool. And of course, just some random reference to the original movie. You know, someone says trust the fungus, or maybe in Bowser's castle there's a picture of Dennis Hopper in there. Maybe you just have some Koopas dancing. Maybe you show like Mario's family tree and one of the drawings of his ancestors looks like Bob Hoskins. Just something, just a little something to be like, we know 93 happened. You're not gonna just make one movie. Are we setting up a Nintendo verse? And I don't mean Nintendo verse in like all the characters coming together, but just like, is this the start of a series of Nintendo-based movies. Like, I could totally see a stinger at the end of this movie, an after credit scene. Like, maybe they think they defeated Bowser, but then there's like a final frame where Bowser pops up, or maybe even get Dry Bones Bowser is like, I'm back. You already have Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong making a cameo in this movie. So is it possible that that could be there to set off a Donkey Kong Country spinoff movie? Because, you know, Donkey Kong Country had a cartoon back in the day, Banana Slammer. So they maybe want another chance too. But that would be kind of cool if you brought those characters over to make a Donkey Kong Country movie. Then you can introduce Diddy Kong or Dixie Kong or possibly Candy Kong. Get ready for the fan art for that one. And I know this is reaching, but just think how cool it would be. Show the Mario movie, it was all done, the credits roll, and then right at the end, you just see a forest and a light shining on the Master Sword, and then it just cuts off. And you're like, oh shoot, did they just announce Legend of Zelda's next? Like, could you imagine that? Wouldn't it be great if they showed like a teaser to a Legend of Zelda movie at the end of the Mario Brothers movie? We would lose our minds. Golden opportunity there. Super Mario Brothers movie, of course, is gonna have merchandise. Like, I think we should just assume that when this movie comes out, there is gonna be merchandise based on this movie everywhere. I'm expecting we might even get a slightly different design of Mario and Luigi, just so they can be like, here's the movie merchandise versus a traditional Nintendo merchandise. So because of this, I think that when the Super Mario Brothers movie comes out, we may possibly see, for the very first time, Super Mario Brothers Funko Pops. I think this is when it's going to happen. People have been wanting it for a long time. Nintendo's been one of the few companies outside of Pokemon to have Funko Pops like everyone else does. This movie seems like a great opportunity to launch some Mario Funko Pops because other Illumination movies have them. The Grinch had them. Despicable Me had them. Minions had them. Secret Life of Pets had them. Universal also has DreamWorks, and a bunch of those movies have also had Funko Pops. And if Nintendo's still reluctant, that could be their workaround. Well, it's not the Mario Brothers characters Funko Pops. It's the Mario Brothers movie Funko Pops. It's different. That's just too easy of a thing to make that they know people would buy to not do that as a promotional tie-in for the movie. Super Mario Brothers movie Funko Pops. We could actually get Mario Funkos because of this movie. None of these things could possibly happen. I'm just making all this stuff up. I'm just really excited. I know that everyone's going to have their thoughts about the voice cast and about how this movie is going to be, about Illumination being behind it. But this is the thing. No one had to make a Super Mario Bros. Movie. Super Mario would have been just fine on his own in Nintendo video games, whatever. The fact that they even want to do this, the fact that we're getting this, which I'm sure is just for creative reasons, not because they're just about to open up a bunch of Nintendo theme parks, but the fact that we're getting this is just cool in itself. And I'm pretty sure they're going to aim this for younger audiences. This is not going to just be for 30, 40-year-old Super Mario Bros. Fans. Like this is going to be for the next generation to be like, hey, in case you don't know Mario, because you've been playing Fortnite, here it is. Mario may not be in Among Us, but he's still a cool character, okay? Check him out. Just to keep the Mario franchise alive, I'm just going to go in and have fun with this. I have no reason to be upset or angry or concerned about a Super Mario Bros. Movie, but I'm hoping that some of these things that I say actually happen in the movie. I think it'd be kind of cool. But just know that this is for fun. I'm not going to think that much more about this until I see a trailer, until I see the actual movie. I'm not going to be looking around for leaks or rumors or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just excited that we're getting another Mario movie. But no matter how good or not good this movie ends up being, it will never take the place of Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo and Samantha Mathis, Dennis Hopper. Super Mario Brothers movie from 93 will always be my movie. It's almost unreal. I love that movie. What do you think of my theories and predictions? Do you have any theories or predictions of your own? Thank you so much for watching this nonsense. I love you like I play custom Audi 5000.